BioWare has, if not invented, has claimed as their own and really, and they've done it
Jumped the
better than
shark with it,
anyone.
like you said. But you said they've jumped the shark kind of with it. Like the whole theme of binary choice is jump the
Well, yeah,
shark.
it's been how
And
many years now? You know.
and that's the thing. That's why I'm starting to think that maybe there's an element of lack of processing power in the current generation of
Yeah,
consoles
absolutely.
because
That's
you can
I'm
only
talking into the future. You know.
yeah, I am too. I'm just saying you can only calculate so many variables. And one game that I still have yet to play and I've been meaning to, especially because it's probably been patched enough by now. But as I understood it, Fallout New Vegas did a pretty good job keeping the moral shades quite gray because they got rid of the karma system, if I remember right. And did they get rid of the karma system?
I believe so.
Yeah,
Dude,
I
I played for like 5 minutes. It was like,
and then it crashed.
yeah, it crashed on
Yeah.
my PC. I never went back.
Yeah, well, like I said, as I understand it, not only do they do away with the karma system, it's more about choosing like who you want to work for, and then that eliminates any possibility of ever working with like an opposing side, and that's interesting. That's like I think the best we can hope for with Shades of Grey in this generation.
Yeah.
I mean
Well,
that kind of
luckily this generation's almost over. Thank
it
God,
is.
too.
We'll be well, and that's the thing. That's why I'm kind of worried about the next gen of consoles because like I don't care. I mean, pretty new graphics, that's great, but I really want more processing power. I want better AI. I want thousands upon thousands of variables being calculated at once so things like this can happen. I
Right.
want, yeah, I mean, it's,
Or just buy yourself a freaking gaming PC and have a blast. Have a day with it, dude. Jesus Christ. It's like everybody's looking at the consoles like, oh, we've got a year and a half before we get this new revolution in console gaming. You know what? The revolution's already here. Buy a gaming PC. Do a little research on Google. Put it together yourself. Save a little bit of money. You know what? You're not going to pay much more than you would for if buying one of the next gen consoles at launch. I guarantee it.
I
Could get a
guarantee you
mid-range
that,
PC,
no,
a
I
mid-range
guarantee,
decent gaming PC for I'd say $650, $700.
I can't see Sony or Microsoft pulling well, frankly, a Sony back in 2006 and releasing a console for 500 or $600. I mean, 500 at the absolute most, but they will not do that. They will take a hit or they will release something underpowered.
Oh, see, this
I
is
mean,
where my cynicism is will take over in the show, and I will tell you right now that neither of those consoles releases under 450.
really? You don't think so?
Absolutely.
I mean, I can totally see Sony fucking up again and charging 500 from the onset, but I can't see them. I don't know. I see this
especially
is
with these things. Well, Microsoft maybe not. I don't think either of them will have. Was it just Microsoft that's abandoning discs in one supposed
well,
version of their next?
and that was just one
Xbox?
of the versions. Yeah, the new PlayStation, the Orbis there was nothing about that.
Okay, right. So they're
but
probably still going to stick with Blu-ray
yeah,
or.
but I agree with you that yeah, I mean if you really want to be at least at the front of the graphical revolution, yeah, PC is the way to go. Though I do honestly think that some of that responsibility goes into falls into the developer's lap.
Well, and
Because
you know what?
they're not
It's
making-
not just graphical fidelity.
Yeah,
that
that's what I'm
gets
saying.
A boost from PC.
I'm thinking like sort of infrastructure stuff. Like I said, like AI, calculations
yeah,
of variables.
All better on PC because of the expanded
Well, you don't
processing power.
but
Play
you don't get.
Skyrim on PC 10 times better.
Well,
100
what
times
I'm saying,
better.
what I'm saying is that you don't get more choices in the PC version of Mass Effect 3. You get the same amount of choices. The same amount of variables are being calculated. See what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
they need to make games that can only be played on PC, and that'll be. I mean, like what was the last PC exclusive game that really blew everyone's mind? I would say probably Crysis 1, and that was just really.
3?
But that's not even out yet,
I
and
know.
that's not even. We know that game's not coming out for at least another year. Come on, let's be real here.
Yeah.
well,
Oh, I'm just shocked that you didn't drop a Half-Life 3 reference. Like, maybe Half-Life 3, maybe when it comes out in 10
frankly,
years.
you know what? It will come out, and it will be revolutionary. God damn it,
Yeah,
Gabe
okay,
Newell. I'm
we'll
sorry, I
see.
make fun of you.
We'll see when it's just like episode 2 Source Plus or whatever.
Yeah.
it'll be running Source Engine, and it'll look like a 10-year-old game, just like episode 2 did.
I just can't wait for the day that the most crazed fans of all, who are like demanding Half-Life 3, I will not be among them, I'm not that crazed, decide to start a fan project where they make it themselves.
Oh, did I tell you about that Wing Commander fan project?
You did, and I was actually kind of curious to see. You were going to write a review of that, actually.
Yeah,
we should
I
segue here into that.
because I would have had to destroy the game.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I couldn't bring
man.
myself to do it. I mean, kudos to them before, I mean, because it took a while. I think it took something like 10 years. It's like Wing Commander Saga or something along those lines.
That's dedication. I mean, you got to give them credit there, yeah.
And it's all in their free time, and nobody got paid. They just did it for the love of the franchise, and that's great. I'm totally supportive of that.
Doesn't make a great game, though.
Doesn't make a great game. Not a lot of fun to play whatsoever. And that's all I'm going to say about it, because I don't want to trash them.
Yeah, well, because...
and I'm sure Wing Commander fans that have that nostalgia in them...
As in
sure
everyone that made that game? That's like all that are left.
They're the people that would go into that and have a good time, probably. But as far as somebody who played one Wing Commander game and thought that was kind of balls... Yeah. Going back, no. They should have... Honestly, I would... I'm just going to leave it alone.
Mm-hmm.
But we can talk about Kingdom Hearts and Kingdom Hearts 3D.
But not Kingdom Hearts 3, because, why are we talking about this if it's not Kingdom Hearts 3? That's pretty much what your mantra has been since I met you, my friend. And
it's a mantra that holds true to this day.
And it should.
Because we're not even going to talk about Kingdom Hearts 3D coming to
who gives
North
a
America.
shit?
Yeah,
because that's a funny thing, though, because I remember I just got this feeling when I saw that there was a story about Kingdom Hearts 3D, I was thinking, I need to just fuck with Nate. I need to, send him a link, but make it seem like it's Kingdom Hearts 3 and just get rid of the D in the name, and then he's gonna flip out, and then he's gonna get all crazy. Then he's gonna kill me.
See, that would have been a good April Fool's joke.
Yeah, well,
but I would have absolutely thrown you off the show. That's not even funny. I don't know why. Square Enix, maybe I was scratching my head, I'd say about a year ago. What are they thinking? They haven't had a hit in a while. The Final Fantasy has taken a complete shit. Why?
Deus Ex wasn't even really their game, even though they published it.
Why aren't they going to the well? Why aren't they going to Kingdom Hearts 3?
I'd buy it.
I couldn't understand it, and but then they put out 13.2, and that was received really well, and they seemed to kind of get on this roll. They had Deus Ex, and I don't know what was another big Square Enix game that just recently came out. Oh, they're releasing.
No, they're releasing Hitman Absolution later this year.
Yeah,
and that's probably going to be relatively big.
Xenoblade.
Oh, Xenoblade Chronicles. Was that them?
Yeah, that's coming out here pretty quick.
Last Wii game that's relevant.
Yeah, The Last Story.
Other last Wii game that's relevant.
Yeah, they're kind of seeing a resurgence in their RPGs, which is nice, and I'm happy for them. I just hope it doesn't push off Kingdom Hearts 3 any further. It's I need to see this game sometime in my lifetime.
And that's the thing, Tetsuya Nomura has been working on Final Fantasy Versus 13, which I'm happy. I think that game looks fucking awesome, aesthetically at least. I'm really into the idea of how that world looks. But yeah, as long as he's working on that, I don't think we're going to see Kingdom Hearts 3 anytime soon.
Well,
is the game even
Kingdom
confirmed?
Hearts 3, could we at least get Kingdom Hearts HD remake collection?
Seriously, it would behoove them to do that. They would get money from that if they did that.
I would buy it.
I would too. I would give Kingdom Hearts 2 another chance.
Retail. Take my money. Just give me Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 up-res to HD.
Yeah.
You don't even have to add anything to the fucking games.
Just
make them look pretty.
What's really funny is that even though those games are from the PS2 era, they would look so good on PS3 in HD. Not even they're not even really up. They're up-res, but the graphics engine is the same. It would still look so good. Those games are so gorgeous.
Just look what they did with the God of War collection. Those
exactly.
games looked fantastic on
I
PS3.
own that. It's so good. Yeah.
The cutscenes were still kind of a little balls, but in-game, it looked really, really good.
Oh, yeah.
Do the same thing with Kingdom Hearts, man. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, just don't fuck it up like the Silent Hill collection.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
I can't imagine we're going to go another year without a Kingdom Hearts HD collection. That seems like a no-brainer.
Yeah,
I would be shocked if we came out of E3 without that announcement.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, I really want. I mean, I don't want to, it's not like we're giving game companies any ideas because like they're listening to us, but not to give them any ideas. I don't think that companies need to go crazy with these HD collections, but in a recession-laden time, it's smart to re-release old games that some people may have never played, or that some people want to play again that can't play them because they don't have a PS2 anymore, and
Right.
they don't have
Or
a
even make them downloadable. Like,
yeah, or
Beyond
both.
Good and Evil. That did
Oh,
huge numbers, I think.
I think so. I don't know. Yeah, I mean they really should. I mean Square Enix has yet to. They're kind of like the only remaining like big company, like Japanese company at least, that hasn't released an HD collection. I mean, hasn't Capcom done it by now? I mean, they've done it, right? Did
I
they?
don't know.
Well,
Off the top of my head, I couldn't tell you, dude. It's almost midnight. I'm fried.
yeah.
You're asking me to pull facts. I have nothing for you.
Well, Konami's done it though. And Square Enix needs to show them how it's done. I mean, though
Oh,
they
Konami
are releasing.
loves to do it.
Yeah, and actually, I take that back. They have been working on Final Fantasy X HD, so they've done.
Oh, no.
So yeah, I don't know. I
Hey,
love
you know
Final Fantasy
what?
X,
Final
but there's no
Fantasy
reason to do
X,
it.
for all those people who haven't played it, he's a ghost. You jerk offs. You should have played it 5 years ago. Now it's
Actually, it was
ruined
like
for you.
No, it was 10 years ago when it came out, dude. Actually, it was
Whatever,
11 years ago.
Whenever that fucking terrible ass game came out.
Oh, fuck you. That game was great.
That game sucked my ass.
And I'm sure it really enjoyed it, yeah. I don't even believe you right now.
Oh my
I'm
god!
disgusted.
Talk about the most balls ass dialogue in a game ever. When
Well, yeah,
Titus and Yuna were in the pool together. I can't believe I remember their names. Seriously, I can't believe I pulled that shit out of my ass. But
That's really
yeah,
funny.
they're in the whatever the stream,
I think you secretly
the
liked
river.
it. You secretly liked it. That's why you remembered.
Please, that was freaking Square Enix trying to recreate the Aerith Cloud moment. And it just didn't work, and it was gay, and it made me feel funny.
It made you start to feel like you liked men, in other words.
Yeah, I had to go shower. I felt gay. I had to watch a football game. I was like, my butthole puckered up. It suddenly craved penis. And I was like, ah! I had to run and scrub with, like, wire pads and shit.
Well,
It's like, why is this effeminate man making me question my sexuality?
Okay, let's be fair here. When has there not been an effeminate man as the lead character in a Final Fantasy game? Ever. Seriously.
Barrett
Never.
Barrett
He wasn't the
effeminate.
lead. He wasn't the lead.
He was one of them.
He was not the. Stop trying to like dance around this point that I made that you know is 110% true.
No, it's true.
Yeah.
I mean, fucking with you.
And also keep in mind that Final Fantasy X, when you put it up next to Final Fantasy XII and especially Final Fantasy XIII, it is a shining beacon of brilliance. It's sterling in as far as gaming comes. It's incredible.
I'll agree with you there too. But I will say this: the only reason Tifa had those big ass titties was because otherwise Cloud would have been prettier. It's the only reason. They were like, "Look, Cloud is prettier as a man than she is as a woman. Give her big ass titties, and nobody will look at anything else." That's the only reason. that discussion actually happened at Square Enix HQ when Final Fantasy VII was in development. I'm telling you right now. I know these
you were hiding
things.
under the conference table. You were hiding. I know you were there.
I was blowing people. I was like, give me an advanced copy. Here you go. That's what I did. Don't tell
on
nobody.
that note,
I know, I'm like, don't tell nobody as we stream live.
I was gonna say, speaking of sex, though, we should probably talk about Cortana.
Oh yeah, let's talk about this. So
let's
Game
dive
Informer,
in.
The next cover of Game Informer is gonna feature Halo 4 concept art, and it's got Master Chief right up front and center, looking badass. Okay, that's great. And on the back cover, you're featuring Cortana. And it looks like she's undergone quite a redesign. And we wanted to talk about this because we wanted it to lead into a discussion about sexuality in games. And for the two of us to be talking about a serious topic like this is ridiculous, considering that I'm the guy that just said I was blowing people under a conference table at Square Enix HQ.
And I'm always talking about Gabe Newell being fat and raping people, so yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. But she's definitely filled out quite a bit from what we've seen in Halo 1, 2, 3, and Reach even. She was at the end of Reach, right? I could have swore she was.
I didn't play Reach.
Oh
Actually,
God,
last
you haven't played anything. What are you doing on the show?
dude, last Halo game I played was Halo 2, and yeah, I remember what she looked like in there, and yeah, she was just basically a female-shaped collection of pixels, which I guess is what every character in a game is. But
Right. And, I'm sure if the processing power existed back then and the